Speaking of Hard Knocks, we'll end the show here. Overall thoughts, initial reactions when it was announced.
I fucking hate it, bro. Hate the show, everything about it. Of course, man.
Surprisingly,
how are you not excited for it?
Well, let me bring it up here. We have a poll here on Twitter, on the BFR Twitter page that we posted. I wanted to get everyone's initial gut reaction to, because there are some people who are not a fan of Hard Knocks and did not want the distraction, did not want the eyes, the extra attention, distraction, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so who knows? But during the poll, which why can I not find it here?
We do tweet a lot, so
well, on the BFR pod? Yeah, we do.
We retweet a lot, I should say. But yeah, I mean, the percentage can't be too high, right? Like, there's always going to be people that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I totally understand why some people would not want Hard Knocks, right? Especially if you're thinking about team only. Like, I would understand that. Go ahead.
So over 2,000 votes. I said on the BFR podcast, we put on our page here, are you excited for the Bears to be on Hard Knocks? 87.6% with a yes, 5.1% with a no. And this is what was surprising, Vicky. My other option was don't care at 7.3%.
That's fair.
So, which is fine in minority. And maybe they're Packer fans, trolling on this one, or, Vikings fans, or who knows.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not sure why you can't be hyped, or I'm not sure why you're not hyped about this if you're a Bears fan. This is going to be the most. This
is which we've been waiting a lifetime.
The access, the behind the scenes that we're going to get to. We already know a lot. I mean, they do a good job with 1920 Drive on the Bears YouTube, but this is going to be extensive. This is going to be, it's going to be really, really cool for us, man. And like I said, we're going to be reacting. I cannot wait to have recap shows talking about Hard Knocks. It's going to help also alleviate some of that downtime. We'll be in the middle of training camp, of course, and so we'll be busy, but we're just going to it's going to be such an insane dose of Bears content over the next, probably starting mid-June to obviously to probably February when we're in the Super Bowl. And then we got the draft again. So either way, super, super pumped.
What it's also going to do is help first, like us fall in love with players a little bit more, because typically that's what happens with Hard Knocks. And then also it's going to maybe put the Bears in a better light when it comes from a national media standpoint. I would say now they've been in that, because I think most people are kind of on board with like what Ryan Poles has done, like I think as a whole. But typically this Chicago Bears team is not the case of that. Like, normally people just shit on us. Well deserved. We haven't been good for a good amount of time. But I think maybe this will make, just like how it happened with the Lions, where people were like rooting for the Lions if their team was out. We may get some of that. Even though we don't necessarily need it, because the Bears market is so huge and there's so much support anyways. But I think I don't see the negatives behind it. I understand why someone would be like, the concerns. But like these aren't players that haven't been in the spotlight with social media nowadays and like modern age technology. You know what I mean? This isn't like when Hard Knocks first started, like, what was that, 15 years ago or something like that? Like maybe 10 years ago, the internet was not how it is now. These guys are literally have phones in their face, have cameras on them all the time. So, and obviously HBO isn't going to put out something that negatively impacts the team unless it's already been like some breaking news that happens, right? Like someone getting arrested or something like that, knock on wood. But so I don't really see it being a negative.
No. I mean, the only thing negative about it is that will probably come about is if the Bears somehow have a rough start to the season, and people are going to blame that as an obvious distraction and whatnot. But Matt Eberflus mentioned that the players are super, super excited, pumped about participating in Hard Knocks. He mentioned that during his press conference today after Friday's OTA. He also believes that Caleb Williams is particularly well suited for this type of experience, given his superstar status, celebrity status since probably high school. Can even maybe go back to middle school. I mean, this guy he's been in the spotlight for a while, so he should be able to handle it. I'm not, and like you said, this day and age, it's just,
this isn't a team. This isn't a facts. This also isn't a young like sometimes with Hard Knocks you get a lot of young players in a young team. Like we are young, but you have like DJ Moore has been in the league for a minute. Keenan Allen is definitely a vet. Tremaine Edmonds has been in the league for 6 years. TJ Edward 5 years. Like there's a good balance of young and veteran to where it's not like you're going to get that. Like if things get out of line or distraction, I think like we have the right guys in the locker room that have been in the NFL for a little bit to kind of keep things on track. Also, we haven't heard of any locker room issues in the past, like during the Flus era, except for Claypool and that one instance with Fields. So, like, I don't know. Maybe again, I may be sipping out the Kool-Aid, but I don't really care.
I don't think you are. That big. I'm excited. It's gonna be good. Bears are back. It's gonna be fun to just be able to watch this team in such a bigger microscope, and see everything. So, I think that's it. Really fun day. We'll be back next week, probably early on the week. Traveling later, so we'll get some more content out in regards to mini camp. But appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Again, check out Homage for the Bears collection over there, and then of course Fanatics, and then sportsmockery.com as far as just our who we're teaming up with, and of course we are we're stoked. So, Vicky, anything else, man? Gotta stop rambling here.
Nah, I mean it was a good week though. I'm glad we got like the
hell of a week.
The news about Hard Knocks, and I'm glad the OTAs look good. So just keep on I'm not used to it, but keep on the positive like information that's coming from inside the Bears locker room. So it's been which is crazy. It is this offseason has been crazy. You get the number 1 pick. Well, you have the Fields debacle or the Fields situation, I should say, right? You get the number 1 pick, you draft Rome and Caleb. You have the stadium talks, which go back and forth. You now get on Hard Knocks. It's like, bro, it's kind of crazy that
stadium. I hate the stadium talk. Just like, I know it's staying in Chicago. Get it done. Figure out where we're gonna park. I don't want to hear about
there's no parking, bro. We're gonna have to boat. We're gonna have to.
I don't know if there's a niche niche group where people just love, the details. I don't give it. I don't care. Just get it done. Make it cool. Once the dirt's
in the ground, then I care.
Yeah,
like
then
once
I'll be excited. Are you kidding me? When it's here, absolutely. Host a Super Bowl in Chicago. Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be playing in it too. So